Hey Spuds, how's it going? I hope you're good and you are well. It's really sunny here and I love it. It makes me happy. And the word happy is going to become very relevant to this video in just a second, although that might not make sense. But yes, today's video is about the title. Today's video is about what's in the title. It's all about living stealth. Do I wish I lived stealth? Do I want to be stealth? What is living stealth? What is being open as trans? All of that stuff. And we're going to get onto that in just 1 second, maybe 30. I just want to talk about something really quick that is really cool. I want to talk to you about socks. Yes. Socks. Socks are great. Socks are fun. My socks today are red. Basically, this really cool company called Happy Socks. It's brilliant. I love that name, Happy Socks. They sell socks, funnily enough, but also some other really cool stuff like swimwear. Get yourself a pair of swim shorts with some watermelons on. And this is all hashtag gifted. I love this company, so I am talking about them today. Because what Happy Socks have done for Pride Season 2019 is pair up with, pair up because it's socks that come in pairs, paired up with the Fluid Project, which is the world's first gender-free store. And they have collaborated to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall Uprising in a month-long celebration. And Happy Socks is donating 10% of all profits from this collaboration to the Stonewall Community Foundation. And for the first time in its 20-year history, World Pride is being held in New York, which is the same location that the modern movement began 50 years ago back in 1969. And so basically what the Fluid Project and Happy Socks have paired up to create is this Pride box. It's very cute, it's very sparkly, it says feet have no gender in like the rainbow flag and also trans colours, and it's very cool. And inside are 2 pairs of socks. So you have this pair of socks, which is very cool, ta-da, and you have this pair of socks. If you're US based, you can buy the pairs or the box on the Happy Socks website, or if you're international, you can get it from the Fluid Project website. I will leave the links down below. Just wanted to give a shout out to Happy Socks. They make my feet happy. That is enough about socks. Now it's time to get on to the topic of the video, which is to stealth or not to stealth? That is the question. So to make sure there's no confusion, what I mean by the word stealth, it's when a trans person It's when a trans person decides to not live openly as trans, basically, and not come out to people as trans after they reach a certain point in their transition whereby they pass as their gender an amount of time that they are comfortable with then living stealth with. I hope that made sense. So you're trans, but you don't tell everybody that you're trans. The level of stealthness, that is a new word. The level of stealthness that people may go to / have will differ between different people. So some people may decide to go fully stealth, apart from maybe like family and very close friends, and have new social networks and a new job and just everything where nobody knows that they are transgender. And then other people will maybe choose to just, going forward after they've come out as trans and started transitioning, just not tell anybody new that they meet. If they get a new job, they won't come out as trans at the job. If they're able to not come out as trans, new friends, things like that. I just want to like put something out there, like my personal belief that when it comes to partners, being stealth is not something I believe in. I personally believe in being open with partners and potential partners, particularly when things are starting to get more serious and or are about to get physical. I am definitely somebody who believes in telling a partner that you are trans. It's not the topic of this video, that is a whole other topic, but I just want to say when I'm talking about living completely stealth and stuff, in my mind I'm not including partners in that. And then opposite, well, kind of opposite, yeah, it is opposite. Yeah, opposite to being stealth is being open as trans, which is obviously what I am. Hello, I'm making this video. I'm very open about being trans. And this one is a lot more self-explanatory than stealth. It's obviously just where somebody is very open about the fact they're trans and will, I mean, not necessarily go up and be like, hello, I'm Jamie and I'm transgender, but just not something that you hide. So like photos online, like being openly part of Pride as a trans person and all that different stuff. Not that you can't be involved in Pride if you're stealth, it just might not be that you are very open with why you were there. And basically whether to be openly trans or be stealth is something that is an option for many trans people, but other times it kind of accidentally happens that you're open as trans. Like I'd say it was almost accidental for me, and then other times maybe for safety reasons people have to be stealth. Both options, being stealth or being open about being trans, are right, but like no one is more right than the other. Both mean that you're valid as trans. You don't have to be open as trans, you don't have to be stealth as trans to be valid. Now in terms of me, personally, and whether I have like any wishes that I had been stealth or maybe not quite as open, I feel like I never had that moment where I kind of thought about it and I was like, well, do I want to be openly trans or do I want to be stealth or at least semi-stealth, and which one do I want to do? I think it was kind of an accident that I was open as trans, because I started YouTube with this intention of like, oh, I'll get like 10 views, I'll have like 5 subscribers and I'm happy with that, I don't mind, I'm just gonna share my story to like a really tiny amount of people. But then it like, I don't know how, grew into what it is now, which is fantastic and I love it and I love this connection and everything, but I just never expected it and it's like poof. And also I kept the same circle of friends that I had from before I transitioned, and I met my partner before I transitioned. We didn't get together until after I transitioned, but we knew each other from before, so like the whole circle of close friends I have now knew me before anyway, so it was kind of impossible for me to be stealth. And I think because of all the photos and videos out there online which kind of stay there forever, it would be impossible for me to be stealth, or it would be very, very difficult for me to go stealth. So I just have no interest in it. I don't regret being open about being trans. Like 99.999% of the time I enjoy it and I'm perfectly happy with the way things have turned out. There is like a tiny amount of time where I'm just like, I might have been nice to like be just not the trans guy in certain situations and stuff, but then I'm always like, I don't mind. And I do feel like I'm in a very fortunate position to kind of be so carefree about being open about being trans a majority of the time. I'm not saying I never worry about it, but like I'm not in a position where I'm constantly worried about my safety as a trans person. And I think for a lot of trans people, being stealth is a necessity for safety purposes. And another reason for me why I don't mind and I'm happy being open with being trans is I personally wouldn't want to hide it from anybody, and I don't feel the need to hide it from anybody, and I don't need to hide it from anybody for safety reasons. I would always tell a partner whether I'd met Shaba before or after I transitioned, and whether she knew when we first met or she didn't, she'd always eventually know I was trans. I would tell her before anything happened, and you know, like touch wood, we won't ever split up, but like if we did and I were to meet somebody new, I would tell them very early on in the process, because like for me, I wouldn't want to be with somebody who wouldn't want to be with a trans person after like getting to know me a bit. Like if they don't want to be with me because I'm trans, then they're lost. It's fine. I'll just tell them and it's up to them. And then in terms of kids, it's not something I'm going to hide from Shaba and I's kids in the future. Like they will know. For me, having that choice, if I were to have that choice again, I would choose again to be open about being trans, I think, because I like not having the pressure of needing to keep a secret. I like it not being a secret, because I think I'm very much personally like, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm very open with friends and family about my transition and about being trans, and I probably went into way too much graphic detail for a lot of my friends when I had bottom surgery, sorry, but like I'm just very open about it, and I'd feel like there was a big part of my life I couldn't talk about if I was stealth. But as I said, being stealth is necessary for some people, or at least partially stealth, and other people will choose to do it for a whole bunch of different reasons, or not even having a specific reason in mind. It's just something they want to do, and that's totally fine. People might want to be stealth because they don't want constant reminders from people around them, or maybe they don't like talking about it, or they've lost friends or people in the past, so they don't want to risk that again with a new group of friends. It's just whatever reason or non-reason, it doesn't even have to be a reason, people have, is completely their decision. So yeah, that's kind of a brief rundown of like the differences between being open as trans and being stealth as trans, and like what being stealth means and how I feel about my personal situation with it and everything. Leave your comments down below about what you think about it, and I mean, it feels weird saying tell me if you're stealth or not, because like by commenting, but you might be using like a different name and profile picture. So if you are stealth but you still like watch transy stuff on YouTube, then comment below if it's safe for you to do so. And yeah, I think that's everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out Happy Socks in the link down below, and yeah, as always guys, I will see you next time. Much love, bye.